Hey, Grand Rising, everybody. Happy Thursday. Calling this a Thank Thursday, man. We pressing some orders out and processing some orders. Whole bunch of stuff going on this morning. So do me a favor, guys, that you hop on and you see this, whenever you see this, type in your location, that's your city and or your state to let us know where y'all are tuning in from. And we're gonna go ahead and just share with you a little bit about what we're doing, what we got going on. If you are new to the platform, ask that you type a number 1. That kind of helps us to know how and when we contact, people contact us and actually catch our lives. Let us know how you got access to our lives. If it was like a FYP, or if somebody shared the video with you, let us know. Some of y'all are at work, on the way to work, or getting off work. So participation is greatly appreciated. But if you cannot participate, I definitely understand. We are a printing company. We're also supplied some sublimation blanks, some t-shirt blanks, and we also provide banners. That's our newest product or service, our banners and or our adhesive stickers. So if you guys are looking to do tray tables, if you're looking for banners, if you're looking for small stickers, we got you covered. Yard signs, all that stuff, right? So we're providing the prints for those. So if you're new, once again, to the platform, type of number 1. If you're gonna hang around, just ask that you show us some love by liking the video and also sharing the video. If you're new to Facebook, in order to like the video, you gotta hold down if you're on your mobile device. That's usually how it happens. I think YouTube, you can actually like the video. I haven't been on YouTube on my phone in a while. Instagram, same thing. You can hold down on the image, and then of course, if you're on TikTok, just hit that screen, man. So this is a service that we provide to craft business owners. Anybody out there who's a business owner who makes apparel, you may craft other different things. That's why we're considering ourselves to be more of a printing company now than anything. If you look behind me, you'll see our sublimation printers back here. Those are our sublimation printers. We're actually printing some orders off to get those out today. If you guys want to shop with us, don't hesitate to go to our website. All of our products, you'll find them on our website. You can go to theblankspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com, and either check out the front page and look at all the collections on the front page, or you can go to the what's new. Depending on what you're looking for, you can also hit that search tab and search keywords. Not hard to find what you're looking for. Let's see. Yeah. If you are looking for transfers for Black History Month, we have single color transfers And we have full color transfers like this for Black History Month. If you're interested, just go to the website. Once again, it is theblankspot.com. These are screen print transfers right here. So you can actually get these. Very easy to apply. Recently, we had an influx of emails looking to order transfers. We provide sublimation and screen print transfers. We are not currently doing DTF transfers. So if you don't know the difference, I recommend that you look it up so you can shop. Not just with us, but with anybody. Dude, I ain't been on here this early in a while, man. Ain't a lot of activity going on, or is it me? Could be me. I don't know. Anyway. So we got any first timers out there? If it's your first time, type number 1 in the comments. Any first timers out there? Type number 1 in the comments. And if you make apparel, t-shirts, or any other apparel, type number 2 in the comments. Number 1 if you're new, number 2 if you make apparel. Any newbies out there? Got one newbie over on TikTok. We got one on Facebook. All right, Monica, thanks for jumping on. And your girl, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all drop y'all city and state to let us know where y'all are tuning in from. No matter when you're seeing this, guys, it's going to be relevant. Right now, I'm cutting up some sublimation transfers. But like I said, we do offer something for the sublimation is for white and preferably high polyester count fabrics. But we do offer items for dark fabrics. The dark fabrics is going to be our screen print transfers. They are full color screen print transfers and are single color. So depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for huge savings, we have the ability, you have the ability to get those screen print transfers for as little as 90 cents per screen print transfer. You can mix them and match them. You have to pick from our selection. This is not custom. Not talking about custom right now. We're talking about stuff that's already ready to ship. A lot of people have been asking about if they can get custom items on that that wholesale type deal. No, you cannot. Not sure how long it would take for us to go out of business if we did that, but I'm sure it wouldn't take long. But this deal right here is for custom. It's not for custom. It's only for ready to press. So if you're looking for screen print transfers and you want to get them for as little as 90 cents, go to the website, scroll down to the bottom till you see 90 cents, and you got to make a minimum purchase of 50. A lot of people taking advantage of that. Graduation? Is that a question? If I scroll back up, hey Latrice, and you have not dropped your city or your state, then I'm not answering any questions. So do me a favor, drop that city and state. Let me know where you tune in from. Then I'll address all questions. Grand Rising, Tiffany, thanks for jumping on out of California. Monica, Saginaw, Michigan, thanks. Hey man, y'all know the deal, man. You go to work. You go to work, and I know y'all speak to y'all co-workers. Thank you, I appreciate it. We out of Columbia, South Carolina. So, graduation. So, what is your question about graduation? Do we have graduation items, or do we have graduation transfers? Don't make me pull it out of you. I know it's like the characters are limited, but we need to get the likes up, y'all. I know the characters are limited, but are you looking for graduation items? We do have screen print transfers that are single color for graduation. I don't normally do this because I'm not a hound. I don't normally do this, but this is just an example. This is just an example of a couple of our single color screen print transfers that we have. Okay. It says ain't no senior like the one I got. That's what it says. All right. And this one says straight out of school. But we have several more over there that are either black or white. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on, Linda. We got several over there that are either black or white for cotton shirts. Okay. And those are available for as little as 90 cents each if you make a minimum purchase of 50. If you make a minimum purchase of 50, you can get those for as little as 90 cents each. Okay. As little as 90 cents each. So you got to go to the website. The way you find the website, if you're on TikTok, you go to the link in the bio. That's a link tree. Once you click on that, you can scroll down until you see wholesale, and it'll let you know what you need to do. Rhonda, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Rhonda, your order is going out today. We always appreciate you shopping with us, Rhonda. You are keeping us busy. Appreciate it. Actually, I just finished chopping your order up, Rhonda. Who else came on? Lakeisha, how are you? Thanks for jumping on out of Pennsylvania. All right. So a little bit about our company. We started off as purely sublimation, strictly sublimation, and we transitioned from sublimation only to sublimation transfers and everything sublimation to our ink, our paper, our shirts, things like that. So now we are actually offering, we switched from that to screen print transfers as well. So we added that. So we provide full and single color screen print transfers. If you take a look at my shirt that I have on, this is not DTF, guys. This is not DTF. DTF is not gonna feel like this. I know you can't feel it, but it's soft. But we have full color screen print transfers. This is a screen print transfer. All right. And we also have single colors as well. We also added we have heat transfer patches that we added. So that's also an option, the heat transfer patches. Rhinestone transfers that are already ready to press. And then the most recent item that we put on our website is our adhesive vinyl. If anybody's making table trays, if anybody's doing backdrops, if anybody's doing any type of props, large size props. Let's see. Yes, they're 100% polyester with a cotton feel. I recommend you try the shirts out. Probably got some customers either here or on our Facebook or YouTube that's tried our shirts. Try shirts out, man. You're not gonna be disappointed. They're very durable. They're not thin. As a lot of these shirts are real thin, and they're a good fit as well. That's another thing people are concerned about, if the fit is good. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, definitely try the shirts. And if y'all have not tried our sublimation paper, if you didn't know, we do have our own sublimation paper brand. It is the bleed free sublimation paper. We just recently rebranded it. Um, Definitely go try our paper out. If not, and you're not you're worried about trying our paper out because you already have your own paper, go ahead, go to the link in the description. If you're on TikTok, you can go to the link in the description and you can find the free samples. We're giving free samples, 2 sheets of our sublimation paper, one per customer. If you don't have a printer, it makes no sense to get it. Same thing if you're on Facebook and or YouTube, definitely, definitely try out our paper. I'm looking to buy some tabletops. Okay, if you're looking to buy tabletops, you can't buy them on here. However, and I'm saying I didn't leave the link on here, Sherry, but you're gonna have to go to our website. Once you go to our website, you don't have to scroll all the way down. You can either hit the what's new. Once you go to our website, you can hit the what's new, or you can actually scroll down a little bit and you'll see the stickers, banners, and adhesive vinyl. Are you new, Sherry? Are you new to the platform? It's your first time here? Have a couple of options on those tabletops. You can buy what we have, the ready to press or the ready to ship items, or you can actually upload your own transfers. Your choice. You are new, Sherry? Okay. So give me 1 second. Trying to make it easy for y'all. So I'm gonna hold this up one time. Y'all go ahead and take a screenshot. Take your screenshot. Lois, you're new. If you guys are new, if you haven't done so, type that number 1 in the comments so we can identify you on other videos as well. If you are new to the platform, type a number 1 in the comments, please, and thank you. I'm gonna see if I can share that link to the tabletops. Also, man, when y'all go to the website, there's going to be a pop-up that says, hey, do you want to join our family? That means you will be getting emails from us when we send our emails out. You can always unsubscribe, but if you are interested and you want to be a part of our email mailing list, definitely go ahead. So Sherry, I just put the link in the comments. I just put the link in the comments. Welcome to everybody who's new. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. I won't be on here too long, but I am here to talk about some of the services we provide. Once again, we're a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer, adhesive, sticker, print, and banner company located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. If you are local, unfortunately, we do not have pickup. If you are local, unfortunately, we do not have pickup. But the only option you have for us is to shop with us, is to ship, get it shipped. When just a quick reminder, and it's not going to be just with us guys. It's with any company. It's with any printing company. Well, any serious printing company. I can't speak for everybody. If you are looking to upload some transfers for a company to print, if you're interested and you want to get your own images, because most people either want to do something custom, they want to get their names on it, they want to do something real special or whatever, right? If you're interested in doing that, make sure you think about a couple of things. If you just pull an image off of the internet, it may be grainy, okay? It may not be a good image. It may be pixelated. So we don't check any images. That's not a service that we provide. I just want y'all to know that, because I don't want anybody to feel like, you know, they've been taken advantage of. All that information is on our site. It lets you know what we do and what we don't do. So when you upload an image, you want to make sure that it's not a pixelated image, because a lot of people just grab stuff off the internet. Also, if you grab an image for us to reprint, it has to be clear. It can't have any background on it, because whatever you print, whatever you send, we're gonna print it. That means that if you have let's say you have an image with the background, says a white background on it, that means it's taking up space. So that means that the image may look like it's this big, but it's got this white outline around it. That means that we're gonna print that image. We're not cropping anything out, okay? Not cropping anything out. So that being said, it's recommended that you make sure you understand how to do that, how to send the image. Anything that you're looking for, you can find on our website. I can't go through and name everything that we have, because that would take too long, and it would kind of take me away from my mission. My mission is not just to sell you something. My mission is to advertise the things that we're focusing on right now. So feel free to go to the website and check out our products and our services. But I say that again, I'm going to say this again. If you're going to be sending images for us to print, if you're going to be uploading images for us to print, I strongly encourage that you make sure that it's a clear image, that it's not pixelated. You probably say, well, how can I know that? How would I know if it's pixelated? Take that image that you're looking at. First of all, you want to look at the dimensions of the image. If it's 3 digits, if it's like probably like a 500, a 300 by 500 or something like that, most likely it's going to be pixelated. Most of the images on the internet that you get are going to be pixelated. Okay. I held what up to the camera. Most of the images that you're gonna see on the internet that you grab, they're going to be pixelated. So you can just take that image and make it bigger. Once you make it bigger, the info. Okay, so that's why I'm not on the camera that much. So watch this. The way you shop on TikTok, if there's no TikTok shop, is you go to the link up top. Go to the link in the bio. Go to the link in the bio. Once you go to the link in the bio, you'll be able to shop with us. Once again, if you're doing images, the way you can tell if the image is pixelated or not, make the image bigger. Make it bigger, okay? Once you make it bigger, you can tell if it's clear or not. Whatever you send, we're going to print. And that's most printing companies, unless they offer that special service that they'll check your image before they print it. If you send something that has a watermark on it, it will show up in the print. So be mindful of that as well. What else? What I'm noticing is there's a lot of customers that either A, don't know how to submit images to be printed, and or B, cannot communicate what they want. Just recently had a customer to email us and they wanted us to do some prints. And emailing for custom transfers is going to be the best, actually the only way that we can actually give you a proper quote. Okay. In order to give you a proper quote, we have to have you email us so we can know, one, we have to see what the image looks like if we can actually print it. Two, we have to make sure that even if it can't be a screenshot. Okay. So we have to see the image to make sure it can be printed. We also have to make sure that you understand what the prerequisites are. We let you know that once you email us. Okay. You also have to be able to tell us what type of transfer you want. There are several different types of transfers. Okay. This, I don't know if you guys can tell what this is. That's vinyl. Okay. That's HTV. Hey, Mel, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on that. It's HTV vinyl. That's HTV. That's one type of transfer. This is a rhinestone, not to insult anybody's intelligence. Okay. I'm on the right camera. My focus is on Facebook. I got Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok up. So you're not my main focus right now, but I'm going to get to you. Okay. The next thing is screen print transfer. This is a single color screen print transfer. Single color screen print transfer. All right. These are the transfers we provide. Here is a full color screen print transfer. It looks like DTF because it has a clear film, but it's not. And you won't be able to tell unless you have it in your hand because you have those ridges on it when it's DTF. That powder, the residue, not the residue, but the when it actually burns and you see the little sealing on the back. All right. So this is full color screen print. You have sublimation. This is sublimation right here. All right. Sublimation. And then the last transfer that we have are the heat transfer patches. The heat transfer patches. Now, when you email us, or any company for that matter, when you email that company, you got to be able to tell them what type of transfer you want. You can't just say, "Can I get a transfer?" They're on the website, honey. They're on the website. All I'm doing is I'm just making an example. The camera that I'm on, you can go to Facebook or YouTube. It's the blank spot, okay? I'm not showing you guys anything to sell you right now. I'm just basically showing you that there's different types of transfers. And when someone says, "Hey, I need you to make me some transfers," then you got to know which type of transfer you want. You got to know which type of fabric you're using, whether you're using cotton, whether you use a sublimate polyester, you know what I'm saying? You got to know which type of fabric you're using. That's going to determine. You got to know if you want full color transfers or if you want a single color transfer. And I know it may sound like a lot, and it may sound like it's tedious, but we as business owners, as printers, we ask these questions so we can help you better. We can't tell you what you need. If that was that easy, then we would never be online talking about, hey, here's my stuff, because we could just tell you to buy our stuff and this is what you need. So we don't know what you want. So just remember, if anybody's going to be uploading images, make sure it's not pixelated. Make sure it's at least 300 DPI, that's dots per inch. Make sure that it's clear. Make sure it doesn't have a watermark on it. And you also want to make sure it's not a screenshot, okay? Put y'all up on some game. If you look at an image on your phone, that screen size, that's going to look clear. But when we go to blow it up on our computer to see it and actually print it on our printer, either one of our printers, and we blow it up and it's pixelated, we're not getting on the phone and give you guys a courtesy call because we have more than one customer. If that was a service that we provided and you chose that service to say, hey, I'm paying for you to call me, you know, in case something's wrong, then that's one thing. But that's not a service we provide because we have more than one customer. Also, guys, shipping is very important as well. We want to get your items out to you as fast as we possibly can, but your order is going to be processed in the order in which it was received. And thankfully, we have more than one customer. Thankfully, we have more than 10 customers. We have more than 50. We have more than 100. So that means the orders are always coming in. And we can't just stop doing what we're doing to do your order because maybe you chose a courier service and that courier told you an estimated time that it was going to be ready or that it was going to get there. You got to think about processing time, okay? You got to think about processing time. The format that you can use and all of the formats that we recommend are under each upload, but JPEGs are good, PDFs are better, PNGs are good. You want to make sure that it's a transparent PNG. It does not have a background on it. So JPEG, PNG, or PDF. If you can save it in a PDF or a PNG, it'd be better because the quality is going to be better. So anybody, drop a number 3 if you really don't design. Drop a number 3 in the comments if you really don't design. You kind of just messing around, but you really don't design. Drop a number 3 in the comments. Okay. So for all of you guys that are number 3s that you really don't design, it's going to be very important that y'all understand that when you go to places like Etsy to get transfers, or even if you decide to slide on the internet and try to grab a image, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Even when you get those images from Etsy, they may be designing in a small format. Okay, if they're designing in a small design space, then what's going to happen is when you go to blow that up, even if they have a large DPI, when you go to blow that up, it can still be pixelated. So it'll save you a lot of time to know to ask the question or tell them, hey, listen, I'm doing this for this particular project. I want to make this image a large image. This right here is like a 11.5, 12-inch image, right? So I'm not a designer. Thank you. You said that's true. I'm not a designer, but I print all day. And I had to learn what was going on with customers as they sent us these images and where they were getting them from and what their thought process was. What they're thinking, what a customer is thinking that doesn't understand design, or what a customer that is thinking that just grabs a print from somewhere, they're thinking, hey, when I send you the screenshot, you can print this. And I can. Thanks for the gift. I can print it. We can print it. However, if we print that, you're going to get it like you send it. We're not doing any manipulation to it. I've had to download and resize. Yep. So that's where you at. The 3000 by 3000 is real good. If you can do that, a lot of people try to do that in software like Canva. You got to be careful because even with Canva, it can kind of throw you for a loop. But I'm not here to teach design. I'm just letting you know we do sublimation gang sheets. And if you actually upload your image to us, we're gonna print what you're seeing. Anytime you wanna get one of those adhesive tray tables tops, or any adhesive signs or stickers or banners or backdrops or yard signs, anything like that, you got to make sure that when you design it in the design space that's going to fit that banner or that space. Because if not, you're going to be disappointed and you're going to probably be talking bad about us. And I understand, but you're going to have to check the box. It's going to let you know everything that I said. There's going to be boxes that you check before you can move on. Before you can move on and upload that image, you're going to agree to all these things. You know what I'm saying? Also, right, Steve, the colors may not be right. So you also got to think about that. You may need a color dropper. It's a lot of stuff in design. Let me see. 2 questions. Do y'all do gang sheets? And what would be the best to do on a faux leather? So the first thing is the only gang sheets that we provide, and this is what I'm talking about. So I don't know your name. It says user, and I'm not trying to put you out there, but this is the information and the education I'm trying to share with y'all. You can't just say gang sheet, because I don't know if you're talking about sublimation or if you're talking about DTF, because those are the only 2 gang sheets that are out there. So you got to specify. Are we talking DTF gang sheets, or are you talking about sublimation gang sheets? As a business owner, you have to know what you're asking for. Because if you don't know what you're asking for, then we're kind of like guessing. And what happens is one of us are going to get frustrated. One of the 2 of us are going to get frustrated. Either you as a customer is going to get frustrated, or talking about DTF. Okay, or we're going to get frustrated. So we don't do DTF gang sheets. All right, we don't do anything DTF. However, if you're looking for full color transfers that are ready to press, we do offer those. Most people who are offering gang sheets, or most people who want gang sheets, they want to do something. They want to do something specific. They want a name. They want a specific image, some type of celebration. So yeah, so we don't do DTF in-house. For us, it has to make sense. So when we outsource DTF, it has to make sense for us. What's the difference between sublimation and DTF? Have you done either? Have you done either? Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. So you're doing DTF. So sublimation is for polyester. Okay. Sublimation comes on sublimation paper. So it's the same thing then. Sublimation doesn't have any white ink. That's one of the differences. Sublimation is pressed at a higher temperature. That's another difference. Pressed at a longer time. Sublimation is for poly-coated or polyester fabrics. Okay. And because sublimation doesn't have any white ink, sublimation, the white garments and or the white cups, that is the how can I say? That is the canvas. That's the canvas. Okay. The canvas, because it is white, then that's going to take up everything that's white. Poly blend too, or no? It depends on what you're looking for. If you want it to be bright, and popping like this, polyester. The higher the polyester count, the brighter it is. If you just okay with it just being on there, then yeah, the negative space is going to be white. Absolutely. So if you do, let's say you do a poly blend, it's going to look vintage. If you do a gray sublimation shirt, the negative space is going to be gray. If you do a red sublimation shirt, and people tried it full color, then the colors that are on there are going to mix with the shirt, and you're not going to get true colors. So that's why you got to do white. So you need transfers already made up. So what I want you to do, and you're one of the ones we're looking for. We like you already. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm glad you said that. I'm not gonna get a lot of good feedback from this next thing I say. And it's probably gonna sound like because I'm more of a salesperson than not, but I'm also a sensible type person. I'm a logical person, let's say that. So if you're looking for ready to press or ready to ship, I want you to go to this link right here, okay? So I'm gonna share this with y'all. Someone on Facebook just says, hey, I need transfers already made up. I'm starting a business. I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and then I gotta get out of here because I gotta get some other stuff done. I gotta ask you guys a question. I really have to. And it's just my personality, so don't get upset. If you don't have a clothing line, but you're making apparel and you're making shirts, then what does it benefit you? What does it benefit you to design? If you don't have a clothing line, if you're not branding yourself with a clothing line, and you want to sell garments, you want to sell t-shirts, sell t-shirts, what benefit does it do to? I'm just asking. Unless you're doing personalization, that's the only time design comes into play, really. If not, what are you doing? So Lois, do you see the link? That link still should be fresh on there. What are you guys doing? Now, this may be offensive to some people out there, and I'm not here to offend anybody. But if you do not have a t-shirt brand, if you don't have a t-shirt brand and you're stuck on I have to have my own images, my own words, then my question to you is, what are you doing? That's my question. I'm like an inquiring mind. I want to know. For example, for Black History Month, right? Do you want to sell Black History shirts for Black History Month? Or do you want to make time or take the time to design specific transfers just for Black History Month? So that's different. You have a different genre, but still with anime, there's still going to be pre-made designs already. So yeah, Rhonda, I'm not. So this ain't a crafting page though, Rhonda. Even though we attract crafters, I'm speaking to the business owners right now. I'm speaking to business owners. I'm not speaking to crafters. Everybody's invited, but the question that I'm asking is, if you are selling t-shirts, you can inspire. This is what I learned. We and don't take this the wrong way. Type a number 4 in the comments if you have a job. If you work a regular job, a regular 9 to 5 or whatever, type a number 4 in the comments. I'm gonna go put these over here and I'm gonna come back because I want to make a point. Because it's a reason why people are not excelling like they want to in business. If you work a regular job, type a number 4 in the comments. It's probably more number 4s than that, but y'all don't want to play. But that's okay. I'm not mad at you. All right, so I'm only going to address the people who type number 4. If you work in a job and then you decide to later on start a hobby on the side, I can definitely understand you sticking your feet in this water, sticking your toes in that water, trying to see where you fit and what what makes sense to you. I get that. But if you got a job, are you at work trying to improve yourself? Not everybody. Most of y'all just going to work so you can get that paycheck. When you're doing a business, when you work in a business, when you operate in a business, the idea is to get customers and to make money and to keep that money and to invest that money back into your business. That's a short explanation of what I'm trying to say. Okay. Now, if you are hung up on trying to do everything in your business, it won't work out for you. Not well. Because most people start a business and you're only one person. That's why companies like ours and other companies are actually going out there and creating specific services and sharing specific products, because we know that it's going to be difficult. Everybody's not going to be able to afford or even have the space for a printer like that. Okay? Everybody's not going to see the value in a printer like that. Everybody's not going to be able to afford or have the space for that heat press back there. Okay? So now, what I'm saying is, if you are looking to make some extra money and you do start a business and you start taking it seriously, unless you are literally, the only thing you're doing is custom and personalization, designing is not that important. I'm not saying not to learn about it, not to learn how to do it, but that's something that goes on the back burner. Like I said, everybody's not going to agree. A lot of people are not going to agree with me because you don't have a business mindset. You're still in a crafting mindset. You got to ask yourself, am I going to sell shirts and make money? Or am I going to spend time trying to design and get it perfectly right? In the off season is in between holidays. There's only one Valentine's Day a year. There's only one Christmas a year. There's only one birthday a year. There's only one Mother's Day a year. There's only a holiday of that type once a year. So what are you doing in between? That's your off season. What are you doing in between those holidays? And most of y'all are not selling at that time anyway. Grand Rise and Pandora, thanks for jumping on. Most of y'all are not selling in between the off season or for those particular holidays. So you got to ask yourself, if you're only focusing on custom and personalization, and that's your thing, and you built a business on it, man, great, perfect. I hope you got a great target audience, and I hope you have something that your customers are going to want all the time. But there's 12 months. There's only 12 months in a year. And there's approximately 12 major observances in one of those months. That means you got a possibility of 12 sales. I can't wait until that holiday comes or prep for that holiday just to sell that one item. You need to be prepping for holiday months ahead. Yeah, but that ain't really what I'm saying. So let me ask you this question. I'm gonna use this as an example. Easter's coming up. What we got right now? Right now we're doing Black History, right? If you black like me, then I wear these types of shirts every day. I wear these types of shirts every day. Okay, I wear this every day. It's not for me, I do this every day. Okay, I'm gonna answer that question. But for some people, they're gonna do Black History Month, they're gonna represent real hard, and then they're gonna take that shirt, they're gonna throw it away, or they're gonna put it to the side. Then you gotta wait for that person to want to order something else. So I want you to think about it. I want you to think about that. And somebody asked me, somebody said just now, so what do you do in between? I ain't no crafter. My main thing is not making t-shirts. We sell transfers. So what we have is ready to press, ready to ship transfers. So that's what we do in the meantime. We have genres. We have stuff for moms. We have stuff for dads. We have stuff for kids, faith-based. We have stuff for married couples. We have sarcastic stuff. We have stuff for Christmas. We have stuff for, and I shouldn't say Christmas because I'm talking about in between. We got stuff for zodiacs. We got stuff for teachers. We got stuff for man, we got a whole bunch of different genres. So that's what I'm doing in the middle. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't understand that, then I'm not saying you're not going to be successful. I'm just saying it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. Create items for other people that you work with and sell. Yeah. You got to think about it. There's going to be somebody out there that's going to want different things. They're just going to generically want different things. So that's pretty much irrelevant right now, Tiffany. The point that I'm trying to make is this, and it's levels to the business. I don't want you to get offended by what I'm saying because we can't have a conversation. I can't hear you talking back. It may sound, I don't want to come off as being rude. Whether we create some of the designs that we have, whether we pick some of the designs from other options, whatever the case may be, we have ready to press, ready to ship transfers that are ready for people who want to make shirts for all occasions. I guess that's what I should have said, Stevie. Making shirts for all occasions, generically. So if somebody is a strong believer and they're strongly faith-based, then we got ready to ship shirts. But when you talking about a business, especially in the apparel lane or the apparel industry, unless you are doing an apparel line, y'all are spinning y'all's wheels trying to create instead of creating a website or a platform to sell on and doing mock-ups and saying, hey, I have this shirt for sale. I have that shirt for sale. Okay, I'm going to ask a very unintelligent question because I see a lot of comments coming in about different things, and I don't think people really getting what I'm saying. This is a Black History shirt. I can sell this shirt over and over again. I can sell this shirt from February 1st until June 19th. The same shirt. It's just like I'm going into a department store. This shirt is on the rack, and I'm picking it off the rack, picking my size. I can sell this shirt. There's going to be some unique designs that you can actually find. But are you going to try to design a Black History shirt? Unless you got your own, unless you have your own apparel line, are you going to try to design a shirt, or are you going to have somebody print one for you? Print an image for you? That's the question that I'm asking. It's different when somebody says it's my 50th birthday or my 60th birthday, and I want a birthday shirt and I want my name on it and I want, sparkles and whatever. That's different. I'm talking about in between those significant holidays or observances. How you making money? I think I lost TikTok because y'all stopped liking. Something for everybody, not just for yourself. Something for every day, not just special days. Absolute. That's exactly what I'm saying. So if you were to see for the people that are new, if you were to see our inventory, you're overthinking it. Jude, you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. Check this out, Jude. You see that? I'm going to turn this way. I really didn't want to, but I'm going to turn this way. You're overthinking it, Jude. There's nothing wrong with customizing stuff. That's cool. If you customizing stuff and you making money, keep on doing it. But I'm asking you a question. The question I'm asking you, how much time do you have in between that custom order till you get your next custom order? Are you doing custom orders onesies and twosies? Or are you doing custom orders 20 shirts at one time? How long is it taking you to create that image or that design for that custom order? See, while people are doing custom orders, we selling transfers. While people doing custom orders, we selling transfers. I'm not telling you to change your business model. What I'm saying is, you say it takes a long time. I'm not telling you to change your business model, but if it's taking you a long time, then that's money that's missed. That's money missed. And it really don't matter. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. It really don't matter. It really don't matter how much you charge somebody to design. You can knock them in the head for $40 for the design and then the $25 for the t-shirt. You can do that. Or you can knock them off for $40 for the design and the t-shirt. But how many of them $40 you gonna get? This thing here about volume, man. It's about numbers. And if you don't understand that, then it's gonna be a struggle. To this day, I still go crazy trying to create my own design that will make me $1 million. It's simple. It's simple just to buy. Yeah, it is. It's easier too. So on demand. So I think ready to ship transfers is an easier way. I'm not gonna say it's the best way. I'm gonna say it's an easier way to fill in the gaps when you may not have sales. See, I'm also talking a language to somebody who may have a website. So type the number 5 in the comments if you have a website. My man said, "How do you know what works?" I don't want to mess that up. How do you know what works? Hey man, trial and error, man. You ain't gonna just go out there. You're not gonna just go out there and hit a home run every time. So the first thing is you got to understand people, right? So I see some of them 5s coming in on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Some 5s are coming in on well, 1 5 came in. So on TikTok. So the first thing you need to understand is this. People are people. That's it. People like things. People like sports. So guess what? If folks like sports, that says football dad. I turned it that way so you can see it. But it says football dad. So people like sports. So I'm gonna do a football dad. You got cheer moms. Aren't there moms out there that's cheerleaders or cheerleader moms? People like basketball. They like baseball. People like faith-based stuff. They got teachers out there. They got nurses out there. I think what happens is ultimately, and Steve said it best. Steve said, till this day, I'll go crazy trying to create my own design that's gonna make me $1 million. The first thing you have to understand is, and you ask it once again, Jude, you talking about custom. We can only have this conversation probably in person or one-on-one, but you're talking about custom, right? Matter of fact, Jude, I'm gonna see if you can come on. I don't know if you can. You might be working, but I'm gonna see if you can step up. Let's see. Let me see how that works. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man. I just have to swipe, man. Have to see you just teaching and stuff like
that. No, I ain't teaching. This ain't teaching. I'm trying to get people to buy my stuff. So I'm just sharing enough knowledge so people will be able to order with us and people will be able to shop with us. The last thing I want is for anybody to think that we over here crafting and that we teaching.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yes, sir. So where you from, man? Hold on. Where you from and what you do?
I'm from Baltimore.
Gotcha. I got you.
So I'm from Baltimore. I have a custom t-shirt business and everything like that. Lately, I've been using transfer. So what I do is I would design something and I would just outsource it to get it, converted into transfers, which is much better than continuing doing heat transfer vinyl, just making stuff. And I noticed like this is a yearly pattern. Like I want to be able to do seasonal stuff, but it seems like during like spring and summer, that's when for me it's my peak season because it's like family reunions and stuff like that. But during the during the fall and winter time, that's where I find myself struggling the most, you know, and everything like that. That's why I was asking about like what the best strategy be to do, to just do ready-made transfers instead, you know, things like that.
So do you have a website? Okay.
Customers come from like social media, like Instagram.
Okay.
Facebook. That's how I get my content.
So I guess where I'm going is this. For those of you who do not have a website, it's going to be a little bit more challenging because you don't have something to say, hey, go take a look at what I got. Using Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. However, what I found out, and I still get this, when I get on social media, people ask questions as if I'm crafting. Or if I'm sharing some information, as you assumed that I was teaching. Yeah, I'm teaching people how to shop with us. But I found out if I give too much, all people gonna do is go somewhere else and shop.
Of course.
If I give too little, you're gonna always be accused of keeping the gate.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give you enough so you can be prepared. And if you are interested and intelligent enough, you're gonna do your own research. Because I'm not responsible for your success, but I don't have to help you continue to fail. So now, when I talk about the website deal, and it can be a web page, it needs to be something that you can use to display some seasonal work. If you're doing summertime transfers, Be More is a little bit different than where we are right now. We down in Columbia, South Carolina, but we have a custom website where we do custom apparel, we do custom blankets, we do custom 3D shirts, we do custom graduation stoles. Pretty much we do custom all over hoodies. Anything you can think of on a heat press, we knocking it out to include drinkware and everything too. But here's the thing. Even if you're doing something custom means that it's going to be geared toward that individual. Well, it's going to be something that let me clean it up. This is custom right here. If I want to personalize it, I'm going to throw my name on it. That's just a quick example. So everything is custom. It just ain't customized. I want y'all to think about that. And somebody probably will say, well, I'm saying it wrong. If I am, I just want y'all to kind of understand pretty much every transfer or design is custom. I can keep on making the same thing that's custom, but it may not be customized. It might not be to where I got this design. I customized the actual shirt. I put a pocket design here and I put the big design on the back. Now, the other thing is, even if you don't have a website, it's nothing wrong with having a portfolio. Because if you have a portfolio, maybe a book, something digital to where you can show people, because it's a digital age, you still want to be able to let people know, hey, what you got, not just what you can do. Because the more you offer custom and personalization, the more time it's going to take and the more people are going to ask you for that. But what's the chance of somebody saying, hey, I know a nurse, his or her birthday coming up, and I want to get a nurse shirt? It's probable.
Mm-hmm.
It's likely. I know a teacher, and I want to get a teacher transfer. See, you're looking at different departments, different jobs, different genres. And in doing so, it's going to help you to get ready for off-season type sales. Okay. Somebody wants to know what's our print sizes. The ones back here are either 12 by 9 or 9 by 12, depending on the orientation. But you feel free to go to the website, and the sizes and the descriptions are all there. One thing I learned too, and y'all Jews out of Be More, y'all of Baltimore. Every city and state is different, but people still the same anywhere you go. Every hustle is different. The way Be More get down and the way we get down here in this town that I'm in, it's gonna be different. But people are the same wherever you go. If you're selling specifically on social media, then you're gonna get social media people. Y'all don't get mad at me. I want y'all to hear something before I don't want y'all to think I'm messing it up. If you only advertising you got a business and you only advertising your business on social media and you only selling on social media and you don't have a platform, then you're gonna get social media responses. You're gonna get more and more people that ask you for discounts. You're gonna get more and more people that ask you for the homeboy or the homegirl hookup. You're gonna get more and more people that's not gonna take your craft or your operation seriously. So now you got to ask yourself, do I just want to sell that way or do I want to excel? Go ahead, man.
No, I was going to say that's just pretty. I'm just saying that's a good way of looking at it because I've never even thought about it like that. You know, I've been doing this for like 15 years, 16 years, and you know, I've never thought, you know, because I had success doing it, different things like that, and I'm transitioning to Texas, so you know, all my clientele, you know, about to be like pretty much ghosts unless I do like, you know, shipping and stuff, but you know, just a matter of just trying to just rebuild and then rebrand it and different things like that. And I just heard you talking about certain things, and I was like, dang, you know, maybe I should start doing ready-made custom transfers or having a, you know, source where I can get custom transfers from, you know?
Yeah, because see, here's the other thing, man. You don't have to make the shirts right now. You just need mock-ups.
That's all I pretty much need.
Okay, so now if I got a mock-up of this shirt and I advertise this shirt for Black History, I don't have to make this shirt until they order it, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with other transfers. Now, the one thing the user said, honey, you got to share your name too. You got to fix that. User says, and what if the social media goes away? What if you get blocked? What if social media blocks you? The platform you're selling on.
That's heavy. That's what happened with people who were selling primarily on TikTok.
TikTok,
shut down
TikTok, Etsy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So not saying that you can't, same thing can't happen on your website, but it's a little bit more lenient on your website.
Yeah.
So you say the wrong thing on one of these platforms or somebody report you, man, because people are just how they are. People are just people. You know, they do their thing. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Haters gonna hate. People gonna be rude and cruel. If you get banned from a platform and you selling through that platform, then what's your customers gonna do? So I think for you, Jude, I think, and my name's Eric, by the way, man. But I think for you,
I just followed you too.
For sure. I think for you, I think we got a business membership. We got a business membership, and this is not to insult your intelligence. You've been doing this for 15 years. I think for you, you'd be a great candidate for our business membership because we teach the back end of business. It's a back end. Thanks for the gift.
That's on your website, right?
Yeah. So if you go to the website, you can actually get our business membership by going through the link tree. If you go to the link tree, I got different links, and you'll see the build and grow membership. And it's only we only got it at $26 a month, man.
That's not bad.
Nah, man. No, listen. They got people out there. They got people selling monthly memberships for $200 plus. For the stuff that we're sharing, we should be selling it for way more.
Yeah.
But so I do network marketing. So the whole idea is volume. If you can give somebody access to information that's going to give them the opportunity to where they don't have to go out and look for it, but you give them a starting point. They still do research. You give them a starting point, then you're gonna be golden. The problem is people are so wrapped up into their situation that they can't see their way out of the situation. You feel me?
That's good. That's good wisdom.
Thanks, man. Folks want to. Everybody either wants to make more money or they need to make more money to live a better life. So they're gonna either go by what they know. That's go to school, make good grades, get a good job. They're gonna ask for a raise. They're gonna try to get a second job. That 40-40-40 plan. So now, if you don't understand how powerful a business is, then you're gonna be operating a business, but you still hustling without taking advantage of the business and the strategies that a business provide. Tax deductions.
Basically saying like that hustle mentality that you got. That's kind of like survival mode.
Yeah, you're back up against the wall, and all you can do right now is you can't even fight. All you can do is just kind of hold up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people doing right now. Y'all just holding up. Then when we come on here talking about stuff that y'all don't want to hear about, we don't get no likes, we don't get no shares, and we get less and less orders because we talking about stuff that you don't want to hear about. Not you per se, but just in general. Because you're so accustomed to hearing, well, I can show you how to make money in 30 days. I can show you how to make this in this amount of time. I can show you how to make 6 figures making t-shirts. That's a lie. Ain't nobody making no 6 figures making no t-shirts. You're going to have arthritis before you make 6 figures making t-shirts. You sitting there behind the press all day because somebody told you that you can make 6 figures making t-shirts. Come on, man, that don't make sense. But you got to find something that you can do outside of that.
Yeah, that's what I started doing, like crafting and stuff. But
so,
you know, when peak season is over, you got something to do.
But peak season ain't never over. That's what I'm saying. If you crafting, peak season over. But if you're a business owner, you're gonna find a way to put your product out there and put yourself in front of somebody. When the times start to change, you got to be able to pay attention to the trends and the way that things are going. This is the stuff that we talk about in our business class. And this ain't just ain't a random conversation. Not just pivoting, yes, is one thing, but you got to be able to change sometimes. You got to be able to let go of the stuff that you're doing. That's why you see a lot of craft businesses fail, because they still thinking like a crafter. And they're wondering why they can't succeed. They won't let the people that's been shopping with them, they won't let them go. You don't have to kick them out of your circle. But once you start to change your diet, once you start to change what you input in your mind, once you start to change the things that you input, your output is going to be different. Once you start eating different conversations, once you change your educational diet, and your financial ability is going to grow. But we're afraid that, well, Sherry or Sharon or Karen or Shamika or Daryl, they've been shopping with me since I started. They were my day one. They're going to stay your day one if they see you trying to do better for yourself. But I don't think we understand business, because these big box companies ain't worried about us. You think Target was worried when they said they was going to do what they did, and they did it anyway? They paying for it, but they weren't worried about it. They took a chance.
Yeah, sure did.
And if you think about it, the $1.8 trillion that's in the black community of spending power, Target's still getting some of that money, because people don't understand that Target is nothing more than a marketplace with doors. People still shopping at Target. People of color still shopping at Target. It's the same thing at Walmart. Target ain't no different from Walmart. Walmart was just smart enough not to say it. Walmart ain't trying to lose that money. Yeah, I mean, we gotta be smarter than that, man. Big business does not care about how you feel. They're gonna go to their board meetings and they're gonna sit down and they're gonna say, this is the temperature, this is the climate. I got such and such out on the streets. I put such and such in the impoverished areas. I put this person over. They don't care though. All they care about is the bottom line. And that's, what commercial can I put out there? What sale can I run after I boosted my prices up to get your money? When it comes to shopping small, we want the homeboy and the homegirl hookup. Or when it comes to you building your own business, we start thinking, well, ain't nobody gonna shop with me. Ain't nobody gonna do this. Ain't nobody. You got the wrong customers. You're trying to attract your homeboys or homegirl. You're comfortable at this level. You want to make some money in this business, not in the crafting industry, not just in the apparel industry, in the retail industry. If you want to make money in the retail industry, you got to get uncomfortable. That means you got to talk to people who you think that are above you, because they got money just like everybody else. You gotta, yeah. But you got to think about your target audience. That means that in 2026, the people that were shopping with you in 2025, that time might be up. You change your target audience. I'm not saying do away with them, but if you broaden your target audience, you can get more sales. So now when it's time for the off season, y'all think these shirts and these images gonna stop selling when Black History Month over with? Not on duty, not over here. Because I'm gonna keep on talking about it too. I did a campaign last year that we talked about Black history from December of 2024 until Juneteenth of 2025. The other thing that a lot of people don't understand, man, I'm about to go because I gotta make a run. The other thing people don't understand is this: for everybody who's just having fun because crafting makes me feel so good and it's relaxing, but you still struggling living paycheck to paycheck, or you think you got a good paying job and you just like a couple of missed paychecks away from going, in poverty. I want y'all to think about something. For those of you who are against having a business, something on the side, using the business as a strategy, for those of you who are against it, I want y'all to understand something. You will build at least one business in your lifetime. Some of y'all gonna build several businesses in your lifetime. The question is, are one of them businesses gonna be for you? You going to work right now, you building a business, somebody else's. You ain't getting no tax benefits, you ain't getting no tax breaks, you ain't getting no deductions, you ain't got no write-offs. You building a business, but you don't want one. Sound like to me you don't want to be responsible enough to take care of your own finances. Sound like to me you cool with your situation. I'm from the country. Sound like to me you good with pole mouthing. That's what we call it, pole mouthing. Don't nothing change unless you change it. That means your surroundings. That means your thinking. That means the way you do things. All this stuff, man, we talk about in our business membership. For $26 a month, we can have this conversation every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can have this conversation, on a regular basis. But what we can't do is have it and go into detail for free, just to share with people who just holders of information, collectors of information.
I agree.
Primal graphics, Grand Rising. We cannot give our time. We cannot give our time away for free, because time is the most valuable thing we have. So I say that to say this: with the information I just shared, y'all now know how to shop with us. If you want to upload an image to do a sublimation gang sheet, that's available on our website. If you want to get multiple transfers for 90 cents, you can get single color screen print transfers for 90 cents a transfer if you order a minimum of 50. All that's on the front page of our website. If you want to go and get some of these adhesive tabletops, go ahead and get them. Go ahead and get them. Shop with a small business. Because the difference between you shopping with us and you shopping with a big company is that at least when you email us, we're going to email you back. Because if we don't, y'all going to talk about us. You're going to put us out in the street. We already know that. At least when you have a question, you can call us and get a person. Because we still build it. You know what I'm saying? You need a new supplier? This is it then. This is it. You got a question? If you got a question, hit me up on email. Email us up top as well. If you got a question, hit me up on email. If we need to sit down and have a short conversation, we can do that as a business. But at the end of the day, we got to stop saying, I'm not going to shop with this person because of the way they look, rather than I'm not going to shop because they don't have good business practices. Because there's a lot of big box companies that have bad business practices, but you keep on going back. I need to come visit. We got to stop saying that, because what we're doing is we're forgetting how it was before the internet. We're forgetting about how it was before Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. We're forgetting about the corner stores, the only ones that was open for the people who couldn't travel. We forget that's us. We're that small business that's in the neighborhood. Like my man in Atlanta, in Athens, I believe, Neighborhood Print. We're that neighborhood store that you might not be able to come in here and get it, but you can order it. You can get it shipped. We're that company that people say, hey, you know what? Well, their prices are a little bit too high. Well, if you keep shopping with us, eventually the price is going to change because we'll be able to afford to buy more for less, and we can drop our prices. But you're never going to experience growth. You're never going to experience growth in yourself or your business if you keep on doing the same old thing, man. Appreciate you too, Michelle. So thank y'all for jumping on once again, man. I'll be back later on today. But we did away with our $1 screen print transfer Thursday. If you want to get those single color screen print transfers for less than $1, go to the website, theblankspot.com, scroll down till you see 90 cents. There's going to be a picture. Click on that, order a minimum of 50. You can mix and you can match, and you're good to go. If you want to order custom, you have to email us, but you got to know what you're asking for. Do you want to order custom, what it is, the size and all that stuff? We'll let you know what the prerequisites are. All right. Don't forget, we got our own sublimation paper. If you have not tried our paper out, go ahead and find a way to get our sample. It's on our website. Find our not our website. I'm sorry. If you're on TikTok, go to the link tree and you'll find the free samples for sublimation paper. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you got to type sample and I'll send you the link to the samples. Other than that, man, like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I'll see each and every one of you guys at the top because there's entirely too many people struggling unnecessarily at the bottom. Peace.